Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for. What the hell are you on about? House? He's just a rumor on the strip. Never leaves his... What is this Brahmin shit? I'm not getting the feeling we're all about to sing Kumbaya here. What the hell are you talking about? What is this? The free economic zone of New Vegas? What the hell does that mean? Oh, wait, here we go. Demands NCR's immediate withdrawal. Withdraw? Like fucking hell we're withdrawing. We just held the dam. We didn't do it to let it go. This paper of yours isn't fit to wipe my ass. If you think after all that's happened, I'm going to grab my ankles and take it like the Legion. You know I won't surrender the dam, and certainly not to the ghost man of Vegas and his new right hand of the week. We held this place for years. Kicked one-legged out of here so hard Caesar burned him to a crisp. It's our post. We fought for it. I'll fight for it again today. If you're looking to convince me otherwise, you better have a lot more reasons than you just telling me to go. True. Guess I'm a little too used to seeing Securitrons in Vegas to think they'd turn and be bad news. And I know how bad they can get. Look. House, Vegas, it's pretty. Got you blinded a bit maybe. But NCR's got perks too. Think about it before you sign on with him. And if you say no, keep in mind what that means. NCR may have its problems, but when we're riled, watch out. I'm not going to throw away the lives of my men just to make a point. And there'll be other days.
You know, I've had thousands of employees in my time. Few met my expectations. Fewer still surpassed them. Your performance has been nothing short of spectacular. If I have need for a specialist of your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand. I can make sure it not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the General, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded her every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, both out of gratitude and a quiet pride in his choice of lieutenants.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Despite her departure from the group, the Brotherhood's peace treaty with NCR came as some relief to Veronica. Though she remained friendly with surface patrols, she was never again permitted to enter the bunker she once called home. Fearing for the safety of anyone she associated with, she continued her solitary life as a scavenger. But reports would emerge from Mojave scientists and social workers of old equipment miraculously repaired and research notes mysteriously completed.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
Arcade was outraged by Mr. House's power play following the defeat of Caesar's Legion at Hoover Dam. Though he remained in Freeside for a short time after the Securitrons established widespread control, he eventually traveled back into NCR territory. Disillusioned with the followers of the apocalypse, he settled down in the outskirts of the Boneyard, where he worked happily as a family doctor.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Good Springs as a token of appreciation for helping the courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam, and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Flush with his victory, Mr. House sent Securitrons into Freeside, thinking to increase his control over the area. When fighting broke out, the Kings fought valiantly, but were no match for the armored killing machines, and were wiped out to the last man.
He had survived police service in Colorado, the Great War, combat duty with the Legion, and being the companion of the King. But in the end, Rex finally succumbed to the horrors of the wasteland.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
The NCR, battered by the loss of the dam, were unable to devote any troops to retaking the correctional facility from the Powder Gangers. As a result, Powder Ganger raids on caravans became an unfortunate fact of life in the Mojave for years to come.
After the Vault 19 Powder Gang surrendered to the NCR, they were reincorporated into the correctional system. The NCR did increase their sentences, and they aren't about to take off time for good behavior.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Sure, later.
Alrighty, so if you look through the NCR embassy, most of the NCR employees, government officials are gone, and Securitrons are the only thing left.
Hello again.
So supposedly, depending on what you do with Kimball, if you let him live or you let the Legion snipe him, like there's less people going to the strip if Kimball is dead. There's more people going to the strip if Kimball is alive.
Good to see you.
what's up.
Let's see if Victor has anything to say.
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Come back soon now.
I'm sure pissing off a ruthless warlord with a tribe of fanatically devoted warriors was a good move. How could it not be? It was your idea. Sure, boss. What can I do for you, boss?
Alright, so you can't go to the penthouse floor. You can't see Mr. House or anything like that.
Aw, just when the...
Alright, so we'll see how the riding goes. What the security trons are doing.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
So we got a terminal added here. You guys are gonna tell us what's going on in Freeside. Alrighty, so the jobs that most locals of Freeside can work as construction worker, bar attendant, activity coordinator. Seemed like, you know, 9 a.m. to, wait, no, my bad. Yeah, let's say 9 to 5 or whatever, 9 to 9. Most of the jobs are capped at 8 caps per hour. I think the most can earn is 288 caps a day. So, I don't know. May or may not be worth it, or the locals are being underpaid. Whatever. Yeah, we got a construction of a new building. Or they were rebuilding the area.
Thanks for everything you've done. It really means a lot.
How's it going?
So as shown in the ending, I'm assuming because I didn't declare myself as a king or whatever, I guess I didn't, you know, use my, I'll forget it. All I'm gonna say is, yeah, you can clearly see the kings are dead. I think you could keep them alive if you make them fully against NCR.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the Atomic Wrangler.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
Your move, Green.
Good day. Have you seen the new security upgrades? I pity anyone who gets testy with those bots now.
You made a real mess of the Emeritus. Looks like the place will be under new management now.
Hey.
Alrighty, so maybe I was wrong about the rioting. I thought they show up regardless of independent ending or Mr. House. But seems like Mr. House has Freeside under control. So that's that. Pretty much construction is happening and Securitrons is placed in various areas to protect Freeside and the Strip.
Hey there. They say those robots on the strip are running around.
Alrighty, so you can see Securitron's place over here. Seems like random locals are attacking this area. This place got added. I don't know if this is Haggling Harry's Stop and Shop. I don't know if this is part of the Last Living Desert mod. I think that's the name of it. TLD. My bad if I said the wrong name.
That President Kimball nearly got killed at Hoover Dam. Now he knows how we feel about the NCR around here. Hey there. Need anything? Sure. Here's what I got.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Alright, so it's either the Last Living Desert or
They say those robots on the strip are running around with
FPGE, functional
I don't know.
post-game ending. I guess if there's still NCR deserters going around, they get shot by Securitrons. So if they got any North Vegas refugees, locals who doesn't want to...
President Kimball got killed at Hoover Dam. Now he knows how we feel about the NCR around here.
Oh, where do you live in my game? But okay. So I guess if anyone doesn't want to live under house, they live out here.
They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask, because I don't know. They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces.
Let's check out what's happening in North Vegas.
Goodbye.
I need my fix.
So here we have a Brotherhood Scout. Could be a part of the Living Desert or FPGE. Brotherhood Scouts or anything Brotherhood going to be scouting Interstate 95 or I-15. Let's head over near Horowitz Farmstead. There's a building near there. As you can see, we've got our Securotron patrolling as far as this area. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to change my main weapon to shoot a long distance. So before I got killed, this is the area I wanted to point out. I'm certain this area was added by FPGE.
amazed that an outsider has proven so helpful.
So, after the ending, the boomers patrol the whatever areas they patrol. That's cool to see.
Well now, look what rolled in. What? Was reminded why I left this place soon as I walked in. Let's go. Oh. You look like you got something else to say besides ordering me around. Ask him then. Sounds good to me. Caravan of two now.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
Goodbye.
Some cons got cornered in the morning.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles.
We don't need the NCR.
What are you doing? I don't know. What about you? So long.
Some cons got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, but the NCR let them go. That's unusual.
Right behind you, boss.
Howdy.
The recent disturbance at the Tops has been resolved.
Anything new happening?
Well,
to see you. Have a nice day. Do not be alarmed. We've been upgraded to serve you better.
So, yep, McCarran gets taken over by Mr. House. The NCR is pretty much booted. That's all I got to comment. The recent disturbance at Gamora has been resolved. Do not be afraid to patronize Gamora.
Oh, good to see you again. Of course. Anything. The director? He's very well spoken and knowledgeable. He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does. My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR, give us a bad name with the locals. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl. Right. Stay safe.
Can you believe they tried killing our president? Don't they know who they're dealing with?
I've heard that Securitrons are nastier than ever. Hello?
Enjoy your time in Vegas.
Hey.
Can you believe they tried killing our president? Don't they know who Hey.
Staying low.
Well, that's the end of that. I've heard that Securitrons are nastier than ever.
So at Crimson Caravan, when you let the boomers live and make them align with Mr. House, they're gonna show up at the Crimson Caravan, the boomers.
You've done us a great service. Thank you for your help.
Hey there, friend. I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan, which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started. I'll see you around.
So I noticed this is placed here to fix the broken gate. More Securitrons.
Good to see you.
Hey there. Need anything? Sure. Here's what I got.
Howdy, partner.
Well, looks like for... And I'm forgetting what's the name of this place. Good Springs. Oh, there's one guy who lives in Good Springs still around. Guess Victor is the only person here. Oh, never mind.
Hey!
Residents are still around.
That'll teach the powder gangs to avoid Good Springs in the future. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Until next time.
Evening.
I'm glad that business is over. I like it when Good Springs is nice and quiet. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Fine by me. Be careful out there.
They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask because I don't know.
That ought to keep things settled for a while. Hope it stays that way. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be. Yup.
came to terms with the NCR.
Hello? Coming from the north? Must be crazy to brave those roads. Outpost. Mojave Outpost. Watching a lot of nothing feels like a big Brahmin pen for caravans. They've been stopped for a while, waiting for the roads north to clear. Or the clearance papers to go through. Looks like you've walked away, so if you need to shake the dust off, head to the barracks at the bars there. Not much, but better than nothing. Watch yourself. Hello?
Oh my god, are you the one who saved President Kimball?
Hello. Thanks for the assist. Wish others around here had your drive. First recon. And it'll be a damned impregnable fortress.
Hello?
Been doing a lot of good work out there, setting an example for the others. I know Ranger Jackson appreciates it. Me? I'm Knight. Major Knight. I've been stuck here dealing with these caravans for ages now, but somebody's got to do it. Goodbye.
Lots of confusion over the radio. Somehow the NCR lost the dam, but the Legion didn't get it either? Lots of confusion over the radio. Somehow the NCR lost the dam, but the Legion didn't get it either?
Can you believe they tried killing our president? Don't they know who they're dealing with?
First recon's in Camp Forlorn Hope. Get some Rangers in there too.
Are you the one who
and it'll
saved
be
President
a damned
Kimball?
impregnable fortress.
Evening.
Caravan of two now.